As a hiring manager, what I always used to assess is critical thinking. Whenever you are presented a problem, how you approach the solution. What are the things that you decide to focus on? And it's something that is so crucial, because first it starts with identifying the right need, and then trying to figure out what all do I need to get that to answer those questions. So the questions that you raise are a lot more important than the answers that you know today. How eager are you to keep improving yourself and learning new stuff? The second is how much do you appreciate the role that data can play and in helping these businesses. It's one thing about learning, but also the other thing about understanding the business itself. So whenever I work with a client, it's not about saying, hey, I know the correct way and I'm going to help you just implement this. It's more about listening, more about understanding, okay, where the client is, what they need, what is the current state, and then guiding them, okay, here's based on my experience, my approach, that this is what we can do for you, and this is how you can really realize the benefits of investing in this technology.
With a can-do-it attitude, and then I'm just looking for somebody who's an excellent communicator. An excellent communicator who's willing to explore new ideas with me, exchange thoughts, push my thinking. I think pushing is a big part of this as well. So in summary, those are the things I'm looking for in a candidate. If a candidate is a good problem solver and a good communicator, the technical skill set, he's always going to be able to learn by himself and pick the right tool for the job. So I have confidence in this person. If he's a good problem solver, he'll be able to figure this out for himself. So the candidate may be lacking in a bit of the skill sets, technical skill sets for analytics, but as long as they're a great problem solver and an excellent communicator, I would still hire. So one of the first questions I ask about a candidate is his background experience, and ask him to tell a story of his life, his professional life and educational life. I like to see what paths he's taken in his career, what motivated those paths, what are some of the big decisions he took in his career. So these are the things I want to hear in that story. I look at the energy level in the interview. I look at the passion for solving problems. I look at the passion for understanding more about the business. A candidate who's curious, who wants to know more, who wants to solve problems. And I also look for a track record of performance in his career. Like, has he been promoted? Has he been in his job for a long time? What are the variety of things he's done? What are some of his major achievements, etc.
When we interview candidates, we usually give them like a very general problem and then ask them to solve it. We want to see like how they frame the problem, and what assumptions they make. Are they able to break down the problem? Using, for example, like a MISI framework, and then come up with really like to see if they can think about the problem logically. Come up with proposals. Come up with really actionable insights and recommendations. So. Make an attempt, show that you like how you like your thought process, and be honest if you really think you don't know the answer. So you can ask for guidance. You say, hey, I'm not sure what I'm doing, so maybe you can work with me. Give me some hint. And
so traditionally what we have done is look for a strong track record of problem solving ability in their resumes. Have they demonstrated the ability to solve very tough problems, either by themselves or by working in teams. And a well written resume should speak to it.
over the years, the gap that I observed was our education system itself implicitly trains you to always give you a very structured problem, gives you a fixed set of tools and say, hey, just rearrange these tools, bring up from your memory what is the formula to apply, and those skills are becoming less and less relevant. Memory is not as important. Trying to solve a problem by yourself, individually, is what you're being told. Hey, no, don't collaborate with your peer students, right? It's called cheating. In the real world, what you really need, you get an open problem. You have to go and define the problem, and then you have to collaborate with all the right folks to find a solution. And so that innovative thinking is something that is really needed, because there are no finite answers out there. There is no fixed single answer out there. And so what is needed is something about, okay, how do I keep the end business goal in mind and get there in the most efficient way possible? And I think the schools and colleges today, I feel, are not preparing the students to do that in the best way possible.
So when I typically look at college graduates, they are deep in theory. They understand all the theoretical nuances of both the concepts as well as tools to apply their concepts into. But a big gap that I see within college students is how they're able to translate what they learned from a theoretical standpoint into a more practical setting. And this is a challenge because the industrial practitioner approach to analytics is not something they teach in colleges. That's actually taught by more a boot camp like Brilliant here, where we really make theory meet practice and then help campers understand how some of the cutting edge theory that they learned is actually used in practice at some of the top companies in the world. And that's where Brilliant's able to fill the gap between theory at colleges and actual practice in the field.
So I think the key value that this bootcamp brings for bootcampers, for mentees, is that it bridges the gap between between universities and industry. So I, as a hiring manager, I interview a lot of people at Facebook, almost like at least 2 to 3 candidates each week. So as a matter of fact, I interviewed about 130 people last year at Facebook. So I think in most of the candidates I interviewed, especially the new graduates, they are very smart. They have the raw talent, but they either lack of a strong programming or technical skills, or analytical skills, or don't have very strong business or product sense. So unfortunately, we had to turn them down. But I really think they are really smart, and they have the strong quantitative technical skills. It just they just need some training that we just need to give them the right mindset, and also show them what analytics is all about, and give them a sense of what's what kind of projects they will be working on. So then I think they will be able to succeed in this field. So we'll really allow you to to take a problem, take a real world, like a business problem, and break it down, and define the scope, formulate the problem, and then figure out what data is needed for the analysis, and then do the analysis, and and then present the the results
Is
to
there
other people.
any-
Like during our boot camp, we'll also give project assignments to the boot campers. They will be able to learn, how to write a mobile app, for example. So that would give them a good opportunity to sharpen their program skills. So yeah, it takes time. So, but if you practice every day, you will get better. So.
I truly feel jealous for the mentees to have this level of access to all the people who are real practitioners in big companies. I wish I had that when I was starting my career, and something that you get coached on.
Being a brilliant mentor has been a transformative experience for me. It's a great opportunity to help and shape some of the younger industry professionals who are passionate about analytics, but also it's been intensely rewarding for me in my interactions with these campers and in my interaction with my fellow mentors. And I build network, I share my insights, and we are benefiting and growing together as a community.